Is aspartame killing you? Is sugar public enemy number one? If you look online for health advice, you don't get answers, you get chaos. Most of this content isn't designed to inform you, it's designed to trigger an emotional reaction so you keep watching. To find the truth, we have to look past the headlines. Before we look at the actual science of sweeteners, you need a filter to spot manipulation. When you see a health claim, look for 3 immediate red flags. First, emotional triggers. Does the video try to make you feel terrified, shocked, or vindicated? Second, absolutes. Does it use words like always, never, or pure poison? Real science operates in nuances, not total certainties. Third, the pitch. Are they exposing a hidden danger just to sell you their own diet plan, recipe book, or supplement? If there's a checkout card at the end of the explanation, be skeptical.
Once you clear the noise, check the source and the consensus. Don't base your long-term health decision on a single study or one person's interpretation of it. Ask, what do the world's major health organizations say? When institutions such as the World Health Organization or the European Food Safety Authority review an ingredient, they don't just look at one flashy paper, they assemble panels of experts to evaluate hundreds of studies spanning decades. To understand what these organizations actually mean when they publish guidelines, you have to understand the critical distinction: hazard versus risk. A hazard is something with the potential to cause harm under any circumstances. For example, a shark is a hazard. Risk is the likelihood of that harm happening to you in real life. A shark behind thick glass in an aquarium poses zero risk to you. A hazard is identical, but the exposure is completely different.
This exact confusion happened with the artificial sweeteners and cancer headlines in 2023. The WHO classified aspartame as possibly carcinogenic to humans. That sounds terrifying, but that is a hazard classification. It simply means that there is limited evidence that it can cause harm at extreme levels. When you look at the actual risk, you have to look at the acceptable daily intake. For aspartame, that is set at 40 milligrams per kilogram of body weight per day. For an adult weighing 75 kilograms, you would need to drink between 9 and 14 cans of diet soda every single day to cross that safety threshold. The animal studies that initially caused panic use doses equivalent to hundreds of cans a day. The dose makes the poison. What about weight gain and metabolism? Social media often claim sweeteners trick your brain and mess up your insulin. The human data here is mixed, but context is everything. Artificial sweeteners are not vitamins, they are not health foods, but they are highly effective tools for harm reduction. If replacing regular soda with a diet alternative helps you drop 300 calories of sugar out of your daily diet, the net benefit to your metabolic health is clear and measurable. The proven risks of high sugar intakes like obesity and cardiovascular disease far outweigh the theoretical risk of sweeteners.
But let's be realistic. When you see a shocking claim online, your first instinct is usually to look for confirmation, to see if someone else agrees with it. The problem is, the internet will always find someone who agrees with a bad claim. Checking a fact isn't about finding a source that says yes, it's about finding if the claim can survive scrutiny. This is where you can use modern AI tools not to give you a definitive answer, but to act as a critical thinking sparring partner to stress test what you have heard. Most people use AI to find confirmation bias, asking leading questions like, why is aspartame bad for you? Which just forces the tool to hunt down negative data. Instead, use it to get an objective look at the data by prompting it like this. Act as an objective scientist. What does the evidence say about the health effects of artificial sweeteners? What is the broadest scientific consensus? And how concerned should I be about this in my everyday life? By framing the question this way, you turn the AI into a filter for nuances. It forces the systems to weigh the actual evidence, separate the general consensus from outlier studies, and translate raw data into real-world risk. This keeps you from falling into an emotional echo chamber and gives you a balanced view of the facts.
You don't need a degree in biochemistry to navigate the grocery store. You just need to change how you look at information. Spot the red flags, understand that dosage determines risk, and use AI responsibly to break down complex topics. And look for consensus over internet cloud. The most important skill isn't memorizing every ingredient, it's knowing how to evaluate the next health trend before you buy into it.